adventures here in Ilhern. We're going to go ahead with our quick little introduction. Sorry, I logged in and it was immediately falling to the void. Sorry if you can't, Leah.
I'm trying.
But Arson,
Yellow.
Union,
I'm Union.
Sarah,
Hello.
Joe,
Yep.
Kotark,
Here.
and Tempest.
Hello.
So where we last left off, the party has been recuperating, I guess is a good way to put it. Yeah, that's not distracting. So as I was saying, last place we left off, the group here had begun one of their days of recuperation after several returning from the dead. So much to the point where Arson, for example, spent an entire day sleeping, whilst Tempest attempting to get in quite the training session. Managed to avoid exhausting herself, and then in the morning meeting with a few individuals who happened to look upon her with a familiar disdain and dislike of her using their race's glorified techniques, as well as being told by her mentor that he needs to step away for a moment as he's been called back home. Joe met with an individual, made some deals in order to progress the return potential of Ridra. Where we specifically last left off and where we will be picking up, Sarah had stumbled upon, after searching for Union nearby the temple here in Insland, or a temple, I should say, just after he had received a missive from the imp delivery service, more or less, and had just opened it upon her arrival, more or less succeeded in hiding it for a moment until inky blackness was pouring out from it right after his profession of, I am trying to be a better person. So we were picking up specifically there at the temple with Union and Sarah.
I believe I backed off until I saw the ink pouring out.
Yeah, you're not too far from me. The last thing you said, and the trust meter -1 or something like that.
Yeah, it went down a peg. So, what you got there?
Something.
It seems to be leaking.
These new scrolls, they do that.
It doesn't seem very holy.
What, are you a certified paladin like myself?
I'm gonna glare.
Union glares back.
We're allies now. You have nothing to hide. What is it?
It is a private message from someone close to me.
Someone using a black void in a scroll case.
Someone close to me, Sarah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't believe you.
Do you want the truth? I don't know what this is. I was just given it.
By who?
I am someone close to me is what I am able to say now.
For the record, as the conversation progresses, you can start hearing what's the dripping of this gaseous but liquid material pouring forth from the scroll, and it's slowly beginning to pool around his feet.
Well, why don't you look at it? You got nothing to hide. We're friends. You're trying to be a better person, and
I
I'm
don't
giving you the
believe
chance.
that you think of me as a friend.
Think of you as someone I'm giving a chance to. And I'm not gonna lie, you're making me regret my decision right now.
It seems you leave me little choice. Union will turn and look at the scroll.
Okay, you pull the scroll case in front of you, or you're physically turning so your back is to her.
Union would sort of half turn, pause, turn back, meet Sarah's eye, and then open the scroll case in front of her.
Okay. As you begin to open the scroll case, I need a Constitution saving throw. Your paladin effects do not apply. Okay. Sarah, we'll aim this from your perspective. As he turns and gives you that half pause and begins to sort of tilt the scroll case over to pull out whatever missive or message is inside, it is a almost immediate torrent of this smoky black liquid that begins to wrap about and stops just about knee high as it forms around him.
So, how evil does it look?
I mean, it's a very neutral black, but It itself does not seem to give off a vibe of any particular alignment.
I'm gonna cautiously step closer.
It is, for the record, pulled off the ground and wrapped around him, a la Venom.
And I want to kick at it.
Ah,
You would be kicking him.
Oh, I'm not gonna kick him, but
wow, that's the first time a member of this party had the opportunity to physically punch or hurt Union, and they decided not to.
There was a few times you could have been punched.
So what's happening? What is this?
I do not know.
What does your scroll say?
No scroll came out.
Oh. Just the inkiness?
Wait. Okay. 1 second.
Okay. Not sure why you whispered that. As Sarah, you see Union turn and begin to walk down the alley.
I follow.
I'm seeing footsteps.
I definitely follow.
Okay. As he goes further and further, and it's from one alley into another, and you can see now the temple falling further and further away. From your perspective, Sarah, it is almost as if like ink being drained off with every so many feet before he finds himself in front of a very simple one-story building. It is maybe 15 by 15, is barely classifies as a well-to-do shack. The door of which is a icy blue, definitely painted. It's not naturally so. Wooden door. There is no knocker, no windows, no little peepholes, but there is a single depress handle. And you are perceptive enough to see that on where you would hit the to depress the handle, there's a small upwards facing spike.
And the footsteps lead into the door?
Yes, they do.
there's a small upwards facing spike. Like the spike is facing out, or
As so it's one of those doors where you have to press down on like either a small latch or levers piece in order for it to do anything.
So are we going in?
I does the union reach out and sort of pushes against the door without touching the little spike? How solid does it feel in its settings, in its
I mean,
casing?
it's not the most sturdy of doors, but it's sturdy for a shack.
I 1 second. Union reached out and is gonna press his thumb to the little compressor thing, drawing blood.
All right, so you can go to open the door.
Yes.
Okay. Press down. It is for the smallest little pinprick that it is an intense amount of pain that runs up your arm. I need a Constitution save if you have something that benefits against poison. And I'll note your paladin stuff is not in action at the moment. Okay. You grin and bear it with the utmost vigor as you can feel it seize the muscles in your neck for that brief moment as you attempt to push forward. Breath returns to you as your body relaxes and you are able to swing the door open. Sarah, from your perspective, this was the briefest flickering images of pain, of tension in his body. And as the door swings open, there are what looks to be 3 women sat around on rocking chairs.
Do I see any more shadowy, like indicating? Are the footsteps leading to one woman in particular? Do I see footsteps, or see anything else?
The footsteps got you to this door, with
Okay.
one singular one as though stepping in.
Union is gonna turn back and just give Sarah like the briefest sort of connection with their eyes meet for just a moment before he steps in to the shack.
I am following like a step behind him. I'm not letting him away right now.
Okay. It's a little claustrophobic when you get in, as you have these 3 hunched figures. You look at them now, gently rocking to and fro on their little chairs. No set pattern or anything like that. Sarah's not wrong. It's an uneasy feeling for both of you. There is a venomous atmosphere as the door closes behind you. And you can actually hear what sounds like a latch setting into place, though you saw none.
Okay. Union is gonna sort of look at the 3 women and to say, "Hello."
So, for perspective, we'll say a northern one, a western one, and an eastern one.
Okay.
In this sort of little, very small triangle, at which you are at the base of.
Okay.
The northern speaks up. So you have decided to walk the path. How bold of you.
Uh, I I am doing what I think is right.
Oh, what do you think is right now? the Western one replies.
I just want to help. Someone should not have died.
Almost in unison, all three of them. Everyone will die.
It was not her time.
Northern. So you would know better than fate.
What is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of gaining strength and power if we cannot turn aside that which must be turned aside? It was not her time.
So you would overthrow fate.
Yes.
With what offerings?
What offerings? I have nothing to give but my sword arm and my commitment. My soul is gone, my path is pledged, but I will do what it takes. My blood, my body, my soul. What have I to give?
Did you not bring an offering? The three crones' heads turn towards Sarah, whose back is at the door.
What? Union slowly turns to look at Sarah.
Definitely
No.
looking at him completely distrusting right
No, I did not bring her as.
One
I,
fate for another.
I, you cannot ask this of me. I will not do harm to another. That is not. That's who I was, but it's not who I want to be.
They seem to hunch in towards each other. All the chairs kind of rocking and locking in place. And they begin to whisper amongst each other. You catch bits of infernal, then in languages unknown to you. Sarah, you catch smatterings of celestial as their language shifts and moves from one crone to another. Most of the words you catch involves the desire for power without a payment.
This is all getting really scary fast.
Their exchange between each other ends as you watch on for about a moment. Only the north one seems to resume motion, rocking in her chair, eyes locking with yours, Union. And you can see now under the cowl these beady black and green eyes, the long nose, and overall less than appealing nature of the creature you're speaking with. You want to bend, to break, to cast off the fate of not only yourself, but that whose fate has already long been decided as far as the turn of the worlds are concerned. You come empty handed to us, we three, and say you are unwilling to make offer.
I will pay whatever price, but that is a price I will pay. I will not demand it of another. If life must be given, he turns and sort of side-eyes Sarah before looking back at the three. Then let it be mine.
Yours?
No. I'm sorry. You're not allowed to give up a life.
She's not wrong. That is not your property anymore.
What would you have? She is not some little lamb. I can no more slit her own throat as I could slit mine. I do not want to harm her. I will not. I will offer whatever I can give, but I am trying to be better.
Fate for fate, Shaitan.
That is not me.
Regardless, your path has been decided.
No. Union sort of stands a bit straighter and there's a bit of anger in his voice as he speaks a bit more loudly at them. No, it is not.
The other two finally begin to rock again. Heads turn. You can see where the other is this black and green eyes. There's this almost orange, molten black and orange. And the third, the eastmost, has sharp, almost pearlescent eyes. Struggle. All in unison. Struggle against the chains you've placed upon yourself. Shaitan. Struggle and amuse for as long as you can. But should you not come with an offer, the door slams open behind you.
Is blood all you demand?
They have resumed rocking.
You apparently don't have a soul to sell.
Like, I want to leave. Let's just get out of here.
I'll get help.
So as you begin to back out, I will note all three of them are staring almost through you.
Union will just keep watching them, but back out, never taking his eyes off them.
The door slams shut.
As it does Union. Sort of
Keep
staggers.
some weird company.
If it's possible for an albino tiefling to look pale, Union looks pale.
So you sold your soul. I mean, I'm not even surprised, to be honest.
We were trying to stop some kind of ritual. There was no time. We needed aid. We were dying.
You can make excuses
There
as
are
long
no
as you want.
excuses. There are reasons, Sarah, but there are not excuses. There are not excuses. I did what had to be done. Yet every time I am cast out and ridiculed and blamed for doing what must be done. He slams his fist into the side of a building with each word.
Then maybe you weren't paying attention to what else could have been done.
You weren't there.
No, I wasn't.
Don't you judge me, then. You weren't there.
I will continue to judge you until you give me a reason otherwise.
What do you want of me? You know who I was. I am trying to be better. I am trying to make amends.
And you know what? I believe you. I do. Could have attempted to sacrifice me in there, you didn't.
I
don't know what happened, but seemed to be at least a little bit better of a person.
am not. I'm trying to not be a monster.
Give him a small pat on the shoulder.
Mic on.
I'm trying to do what's right, Sarah. I'm trying to help.
We'll pan the camera now to a little warehouse. With Joseph just arriving after your earlier engagement. You can see that it is quite the bustle, as to be expected. Your little halfling friend there at the door, puffing away at his pipe. Ah, Mr. Trenta, so good to see you again.
Yes. It's always nice.
More business with the boss.
Yes. Pretty much the same business, but just want to touch base and, iron it out, you might say.
I think you'll find her on the floor today.
Orders.
She's,
on the floor.
Probably in the chest cavity.
Okay.
Anyone inside will be able to point you wherever she's scrolled away.
I will make my way inside.
Inside, you can see various pipings and such that had been there on your last visit. As well, in this case, a similar to previously encountered chest. Large breastplate of some design.
Yes, very large. Yep.
Most of the workers give you little more than a passing glance.
I will make my way over to the chest, since I think that's where the person I'm meeting is, and then I will just like rap on it like a knock.
Goslin, if that's you, you better get your ass back to work. No more of these interruptions. I'm almost done.
Knock again.
Goslin, I said go back to. Her head pokes up, like where the neck should be. Rather comical, because tiny little gnome, big chest.
Yep.
Oh, oh. My apologies, Mr. Trenta. I was invested in my minute tinkerings.
Yes, I see you're very deep in your work.
Just gives a beaming smile. If you give me but one moment, I have one more inscription to do.
I can wait.
My office is open, and feel free to take a seat.
Excellent. I will make my way over to the office.
It is as much a wreck as it was before.
Yes. Clear off a seat. Make myself at home.
But about 2 minutes go by before you can hear her running up the steps towards the office, barking orders down back into the warehouse.
Right.
Very, very much not the very polite Kreia that you're having the joy of experiencing. But as soon as she's through the threshold in her office and closes the door behind her, she turns with that same pleasant demeanor. Ah, good. You found one of the chairs. I think there's another one under here somewhere.
Took some digging, but I did find one.
Yeah. Bartholomew was supposed to come and sort all of this 5 years ago? Should probably look into that. But yes, he just hops up and
Maybe he did.
sits on a pile of
Yes.
files. Right, so you're back again.
Break off.
I take it you've already spoken to your comrades about our previous discussion?
Yes. It sounds like everybody is full 100% in to progress forward. Obviously, I know I gave you some rough drawings for what I was looking for. Did you have time to possibly, come up with something a little bit more professional for me to peruse?
She stares for a moment, looks over, and you see there is a relatively new file with Trenta on it. Yes, your drawings.
Yes.
I may have made some modest improvements to the designs.
Right.
I mean, I will be honest, the artistic renderings you delivered were impressive. So there was not much for me to improve upon.
Yes. I like what you've done here and here. But I've had some time to think this over a little bit, and I'm sure we could institute I'm sure we could make a few changes here and there to improve the design, make it more functional, you might say. Um, this might be, I'm hoping it to be short-term occupancy, but we need to plan for the long term. Um,
Did you have a particular material in mind? Some are far more malleable than others, after all.
obviously, iron is a pretty common metal that's very sturdy. Um, what what would you suggest? Knowing kind of what the overall end result is going to be.
Well, if it is function over form, iron, or a improved upon refined version thereof, would not do you ill. Might limit the overall function
Yes.
for dexterous activities. But it would definitely also apply as probably the cheapest option that we could provide you.
Cheapest.
If it were I, and if, heavens forbid this ever need to be done for me, I'd probably want something a little more nice.
Nice how?
Uh, a polished bronze, maybe silver, platinum, something that emphasizes that I was worth the effort.
Right. But I mean, really, we're talking like early stages here. I mean, basically, we're talking about a prototype for potential future projects. But
As a prototype, iron would be your safest.
see, that's talking over with my party. Safe is what everyone really wants out of this.
That's as far as the safety of the function of the construct. Now, whether or
Yes.
not it is the best for applying the enchantment, our mutual friend would have to assure you of that. How is he doing, by the way? I assume you came from there.
I'm very enthusiastic about the future work.
That sounds like him.
But yes, may I? And he picks up like a pin, seeing like the inkwell there. He's like, um, this is all good, but let's do this, and we'll do this over here, and I want this to be able to go into that so that this will come out.
Watches. There's mild cringing as he enjoys your, again, artistic renderings. I will. Watching. I cannot give you an exact quote at this moment. We'll need to run the schematic as to how much of each specific material, weight, and so on it will cost, plus the hours expected to take. But I like I like where we're going with this.
Right. Perfect. I'm very excited about this. I'll just leave this here for you, since you're going to need that. But other than that, I think everything's good to go. Um, do you have an estimate what you think this might cost?
Uh, I can't give you a solid quote, but I would say anywhere between 5 and 15.
Okay. Um, as far as how long you have to complete it, that's I think you'll have plenty of time. The the transfer part is probably going to take a little bit longer than the body.
Well, that's good to know. Would not want to rush such things. Well, if there is anything else I can do for you, please let me know.
No, I think that'll be due fine. But just be very careful with that. It's very important. If nothing else comes through right, this this is the most important part of this build. It needs to be this part needs to work.
Well,
Um,
I appreciate the severity.
yes. I should be getting back to the party. I have some information I need to go over with them. Uh, but yes, I will leave you to your work.
Wonderful. She turns and draws out a fresh schematic page and begins to freshen it up. But let's see here. We got Kotark hanging out by the docks. We've got Arson and Tempest resting. Um, back at their personal little hideaway of an inn. So, Union and Sarah, is there anything else you'll want to do for trying to find somewhere to settle for the evening?
Um, I don't have plans.
Anything special? No. Union probably needs a little while to recover.
I'm still going to be following Union around regardless, though, for various reasons.
Okay. So, to grandmother's you go, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Arriving, there is an okay crowd. It's no bigger or smaller than it has been, aside from the evenings you had it alone. Um, Megan, the young girl, is currently working the front desk, pastries included.
Union will definitely grab pastry as he goes in.
I'll grab one too. I like pastries.
You can hear someone shuffling around in the kitchen, presumably grandmother. But other than that, is there anything else anyone wants to do before we fade over to the following day?
Mic on.
I got nothing.
On this end. Nothing on this end.
Got that.
Mic off.
Can you hear that? I'm sorry. I'll move that to where you don't hear it. It's a new AI, what do you call it? Noise suppression thing, so it's still learning what my voice is and what it isn't. Yeah, phone vibration it thinks is me still.
Anyhow. The following morning, for those who need to hit their long rest.
Oh, thank God.
Mic on.
Or reduce death penalties.
I mean, yeah, that applies with taking the long rest.
Yeah, but it doesn't do it automatically.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Maybe stop dying.
I'm trying.
Yay, no dying.
Alright, now let's see those mage slayers. Let's go. Let's try this again. No, I'm kidding.
There will be a glare from the Iron Genasi.
And that's when he leaves his armor on.
Oh God.
Mic off.
That's
Mic
not, I still
on.
need a handicap, okay?
So other than, I guess the only two meeting areas you guys are working out of are the guild hall and grandmother's, as commonly known places to meet the whole group up. That said, if someone is attempting to get the group together, there are urchins you can hire that will go and track your party down. Your messenger
Tempest
service.
still has to go to school. I know her mentor's away, but she still has to go to school train.
Union would want to find Joseph because Joe still has the Riddler ring.
Yes, the Ridge Ring.
And okay, how would you like to go about that? Unless Joe, you retired. Where did you retire for the evening?
That's a good question.
Your normal inn, or as you were previously over at Grandma's?
Probably be over at. I probably went to Grandma's looking for the rest of the party, realizing that it was far
Mic
too late.
off.
I'm assuming by the time I got there, after wandering around town, with a kobold in my head, constantly talking.
The most annoying kobold.
Not the most annoying.
Most talkative, friendly kobold.
Mic on.
Can confirm,
Uh,
not the most annoying kobold.
not the most.
How dare you?
But yes, so probably be downstairs at Grandma's still.
Okay. So a cup of Joe with Joe in the morning.
probably spent the night just studying. Yeah, cup of Joe with Joe in the morning. Yeah, when you come downstairs, Union, he'll just be sitting at his table. Already has his coffee ready, probably on his second or third cup by now.
Ah, Joseph. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can I help you?
Well, yes. Do you have the ring?
Oh yes, it's right here.
Might I put it on?
Oh yes, I think our conversation is pretty much taken care of. Everything's been handled. We will need to probably gather up the party. You know, any of us, any that are still available. I have a bit of a job that I came across that we should discuss.
A job
Probably want to
about
get. Yes.
toward our union glances at their mutual aim.
Very possibly, yes. It should be very easy. It's just picking some flowers and then bringing them back for my contact.
I can't imagine how we are going to die doing this, but all right.
Yes. And Joe will remove the ring and give it to him.
Union will slip it on his finger.
Now, you do know how to reattune to that. It will take a little bit of time.
Will it?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to attune to it.
Okay, well, I will concentrate.
Picking flowers incorrectly. But yes. And I apologize in advance because I'm pretty sure she's pretty excited about this whole project, and I'm sure she's going to be talking your ear off about it.
Well, okay, but you two kissed and made up, as it were.
Mic
Not
off.
that you can kiss because she's a ring, but you know what I mean.
Well, we're on the same page for a mutual goal.
Well,
Probably for different reasons, but ultimately, it's going to be positive for both of us.
well, last time you saw her, you were still advocating throwing her in the river, so I will take that as a win.
See, that's the best part. The new Ridra, I think, is going to be far more useful than the old one.
Well, I'm glad she can't hear you say that.
I've already got some. We've don't worry. I've kind of talked it over with her. She knows what I'm talking about. It's just going to be the new and improved Ridra.
Is there fire involved?
Possibly. That's more on the engineering side, but
Did you get a list of upgrades? Did they try to sell you on the extra feet? They're always trying to sell you on a warranty or leather interiors or.
I mean, there are going to be a few extra feet. Because I mean, again, improvement. Because let's be honest, the old Ridra. I mean, really, honestly, think about it. How useful was she?
Well, she stabbed that one guy once.
Yes, and she possibly stabbed us a few times, but and she
Yes.
ran away that one time, and everybody that walked off with her never came back, and I mean, she got stabbed quite a bit as well, and then she died reaching into a handbag.
Well, I can see why we would want a positive return on investment.
Yes, and I will point this out. It is going to be quite expensive. Being that this is really more my project than the parties. I've put most of my own funds up for now. But if it turns out well and everybody's happy, maybe I might be reimbursed.
I
Obviously, she will probably work off part of it. That was part of the deal, but
I will contribute, of course, Joseph. If this works, yes. Need
there
have I for gold?
well, I mean, it's possibly for 2.0 version, but no, that's another. Um,
Are you feeling all right, Joseph?
I'm actually feeling quite well. I'm just I've been waiting up all night. And I've already drank most of my day's supply.
Is that healthy?
It's. I mean,
Do I
it's
need
definitely
to
not the most I've drank at one time, but
Do I need to call a healer?
no, there's no healing needed. And they always are poking around at things that they shouldn't. But yes, when we get the party together, we need to go pick these flowers because that's a major step towards completing this project.
Well, very well. Sarah, do you have any
And
objections?
we might need like a wagon and some way of um, containing the stuff the flowers grow in, because if we can bring um, the source of the flowers, that would be greatly appreciated as well.
All right, this is getting a little more complicated, but it's nothing we can't handle.
Yes, should be far easier than any other job we've done so far. I mean, it's just picking flowers.
I mean, sounds like an easy enough job to me.
Well then, we should find the rest of the party and see if they want to help. Sarah, do you know where Kotak would be?
Probably by the river.
Okay. So we need, well, I guess we need to find all the elementals.
Wait, what? Oh, yes, those.
Yes.
The ones that are part of the party. Yes. Yes. Oh, sorry, Duke.
Well, we think Kotak is probably by the docks, perhaps, and the other two. Where does Tempest stay?
Pretty much, I think he kind of just follows
No,
around the other one.
you've got it backwards. Tempest is the woman.
Really?
I believe so.
That's how they introduce themselves.
Interesting. I mean, to me, she seemed far more like the boss.
Are you saying that women cannot be bosses?
No, I'm saying that she's just that he's more the woman of the party. Anyway, go ahead.
Look, before you punch me, he said it, not me.
I mean, really, are there males and females when it comes to elementals?
I don't know. They must reproduce somehow.
I don't think they
Probably
just
through sin.
formed. I think they're just kind of formed, like
Yes, real elementals are just aren't, but yes.
Are they formed when someone falls in love with fire? Can the fire fall in love with a person?
There's a
Oh,
few.
I'm pretty sure.
shares.
Yes.
Mic on.
From another world, Genasi is staring into all of you.
We should ask them if their mother was water or their fire was water. Wait, fire
Yes.
was water. Father! Look.
Sorry.
What are you smoking?
Sorry, I can't do this anymore.
Like, what are you smoking?
Yes, there is there water fire. Yes. I wonder if that's how you make wind elementals.
Oh, Jesus. Like,
But
I don't even know what to do with you anymore.
Kotak is ice, so maybe was his mother an earth elemental and his father another water elemental? Does one of them need to be human?
I
mean,
never.
wouldn't that be a half genasi?
Oh no, Grandma's sitting there like approaching the table with like food and just stare.
I never asked Kotar his ancestry. It never came up.
I think, Joseph, that would be a full genasi. If you're human, perhaps. If one of the pair is human, that would be half.
Right. Kind of a minor elemental then.
Yes. So are they half elementals? Are they just calling themselves genasi to puff themselves up?
Oh, thank you, ma'am, for the food.
Gives you a little friendly pat on the back. Just like, you have fun with that. Goes back to the towards the kitchen.
Like Union and Joe are like drawing family trees. Like one starts with a Union drawing a fire, and the next line connects it to a person. Like, all right, fourth generation down, you've got some kindling.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna look for like someone who can go like grab the gymnasies.
Most of the like urchins and such, the runners that you would hire are out on the street. They don't like hang out in inns.
Yeah, well, I'll go out on the street and like look around.
Okay. It does not take long to find one. Just insert beggar urchin here.
Yep, and I'll give a description of all three of them and give them a gold for each one.
Just like bug eye wide and sprints off.
And then get back to the conversation at hand. Come back, they have family trees drawn. It's like, I don't think this is...
Family trees, the little genetic layout.
I don't think this is how it works, guys.
I just imagine one of them holding a match up and the other trying to dip it in a cup of water to see if it works.
Look, Joseph, we've made life.
That's just smoke.
It's clearly, Sarah, it is an air genasi.
Oh my god.
I am not father. This is my son.
Wait, wasn't this dipped in water so it doesn't light?
Well, the smoke.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he like lit the match and stuck it in the thing of water. And
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I'll just wave smoke away.
Megan's at the front desk, just like enthralled by not so much like this is interesting, like possible intellectual information. This is these are adults. These are adults.
This is science.
Union, the science guy.
Union.
It doesn't quite roll off the tongue. Denasi,
Science.
it does not take but maybe another hour or so before each of you are presented to by a small urchin. Tempest 1 is like sitting there at the edge of your field where you're doing your morning practice, just kind of waiting.
Because if he steps foot in this field, he is considered a challenger. He or she. I'm not kidding.
Child, duly noted.
I'm not kidding. If there is a footstep in that field, it is a challenger, and she's going full force.
Another urchin finds you in the jail cell you've been thrown into for assault.
Look, there are kids at the school singing sword.
Yeah, but this is explicitly urchin. This kid does not look like a fighter.
She's in a dueling field. She is focused.
Yeah, you can present that case to the court.
Union, how could you sell your soul? Oh, but Tempest punches kids into the sun, and it's all cool.
Yep.
Not into, through.
Fair.
If they stop in the sun, no. Death penalty right there. But through, it's like, they might survive. But it is entirely up to y'all whether you heed the missive of going to Grandma's.
I will go to Grandma's. I will then sending to Tempest to meet him there.
She'll go after she's done training.
So about 9 in the morning, Arson arrives. Kodark, do you respond to your urchin messenger?
Yeah.
Miss Sarah sent me to get you. Pretty much it. So,
Yeah, okay.
A little bit behind Arson.
Please tell me they've gotten rid of the family trees.
It has not been significantly long. It only took, like I said, about an hour. It's probably only gotten worse. That's entirely up to them. I hold no power here. So, you two, has it gotten worse?
I mean, that's. You're talking about a.
We're trying to
very,
discover. We're trying to discover the origin of Genasis.
The origin.
Yes, it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just going to.
I'm pretty sure it's just like this sketch of this like giant burning tree at this point.
I am just going to give them a.
Arson walks in. You, where's your mother? A torch?
No.
Your father, then. Joseph,
No.
mark it down.
Your father.
Do you want to know how Genasi are come to be?
You latched onto that was what we were doing very quickly. Continue.
I will proceed to explain it to them in the most boring terms possible.
What does he know about this? He's not even accredited.
Wow. Just
Don't know that.
Credited.
Sir, I am a sage. Technically. Yay,
Are you?
background.
I mean, it doesn't smell like it.
I get it.
You're right, Joseph, it doesn't.
I don't
Oh
know.
my god.
What?
Oh my god.
I mean, it's more of like a sulfur.
I didn't.
I am rubbing the bridge of my nose,
And
facing
people
the
call me a devil. Can you believe this, Joseph? He smells like literal brimstone, but I get called a devil.
I'm not
I mean,
gonna comment on that.
I swear, if we weren't in Grandma's right now,
Would you like a pastry?
no.
It's a blueberry. This is all the shit y'all don't get to hear usually.
Just as he asked for a pastry, I turn my head slowly and just stare at him.
well, we could discuss this later. It looks like some of us are starting to arrive. Uh, we could get like a round of drinks for everyone so that we can discuss this this project.
Um, from as Kotar comes up behind Union, the cup of water that you had been fiddling with, the water swirls up and splashes right into your face.
Ah,
Oh, look, I think that one came alive.
Joseph,
Thank-
knock it down.
Thank God you're here, Kotek.
Joseph marks it down. Yes.
It does not solve anything.
See, the fire dies, but the mother is fine.
Interesting. Good to know. Okay. So, they go back to their equations.
Right,
Yeah.
why are we all here?
Yes.
Megan
Last
comes over
night-
to take your drink order.
Correction, all but Tempest.
True.
Wine.
Where's your girlfriend?
She'll be here soon.
Ha,
It's not
he
my
didn't
girlfriend.
deny it. Ah, too slow. You're now legally married.
Sure, that's not how that
Well,
works.
technically, they're kind of. Never mind.
Gonna have little wind devils running all over the place.
I don't.
They did have that discussion the night before.
No, that's how we get Ember Souls.
God help you.
They're not helping us now. Can't you tell? They fucking abandoned the Union.
Rub it in,
Uh,
don't you?
Yes, but to get back on track, let me refocus my myself. Last night, I came across a potential job for us that we're going to need to do rather quickly, in the
Mic
hopes
off.
of furthering my project on bringing back our lost member Ridra. Sorry, having
Mic on.
issues.
Indigestion.
Yeah, indigestion. That's one way to put it. It seems to be a rather simple job. We're just going to need to go to a town over on the coast called Ofen Muffin, and there is a graveyard there that these special flowers grow in. We need to gather up about. He looks at his notes. It looks like about 10 pounds of these flowers.
Do we have a name of these flowers?
It was said in Elven, but I didn't write that down. It was just I just noted it as graveyard flowers.
Okay.
10 pounds? That's quite a bit.
I mean, it is, but it's going to be an ongoing supply for this gentleman. He finds it very hard to get them, and it's going to um, progress the project forward quite easily. I mean, obviously, we'll try to get as much as we can, but the goal will probably be around 10 pounds of this stuff.
Okay. Just a nice, easy job, hopefully. Be a good way for us to get out of this area of the world a little bit.
That is an interesting phrase.
I'm trying. He still looks a little bit frazzled about the whole conversation he walked into.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was told that if we could get like a source of these and bring it back, that would far improve the odds of and expedite this process.
Like a live plant with some soil and such.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So that he possibly could have a source here rather than having to hire people to get more.
I don't think that would be too bad.
Yes, I'm thinking probably just like a cart or something.
Yeah.
A deep like a just take like a large planter. Roughly foot tall, about 5 or 6 feet long.
We can probably buy a cart here or along the way.
Yes. I mean, no, we'll worry about that when we get there.
Wait, that
What?
that sounds like a problem in our order of operations. What if we
No,
get there?
I was thinking about getting something, but I think we'll find what I was thinking about taking when we get to a graveyard. So,
Joseph, we're not stealing a casket.
I mean, it's.
Joseph!
Are they really using it?
Well,
Yes.
if they're in, then yes. Joseph!
It's
We're
like
not going all this way to dig up a
large
body.
planter for free.
Joseph!
Mic off.
Again, we'll broach that at a later time. The most important thing is how quickly
Mic on.
we can be ready to leave. Because I mean, it's not like we have any other plans right now. I figure, especially with the most recent outings for our party, something easy like this, everybody gets a win, everybody starts feeling better.
We start to build some momentum.
Yes, momentum.
I mean, it makes
Well.
sense.
Yeah.
I could use a positive mission after the last one.
Yeah. I think we all could.
It is a bit of a trip out to the coast, but Shouldn't be too bad.
Fine. I've spent most of my life traveling, so
Yeah. I think maybe wait until tomorrow. So that way, most of us who were not alive 4 days ago are recovered. Maybe one more day for all of us.
Sounds workable.
We could also use this day to try and find a cart.
And a not coffin planter.
Well,
I
if
mean,
you
I'm
find an
pretty sure
unused
the
coffin,
only problem people had about that was that the ones that are already being used. I'm pretty sure we could get a coffin relatively cheap.
does
Possibly
it need to
cheaper
be
than
a
an actual
coffin?
planter. No, I'm just saying it might be cheaper than a large planter. It kind of does the same thing.
I mean, I suppose. Well, how far away is Open Muffin?
Yeah. For the record, yeah, coffins too.
That's shocking.
Nah, most adventures hide away that they don't need coffins.
But what if one does?
You just make one.
Yeah. Or the GM sets price. Yes. How far is it?
You're looking at just at a glance. Yeah.
60-ish miles?
That's not miles.
Oh. However long that is then? I thought you had that set up.
God no.
It's
Fair.
But you see the down there at the base.
somewhere. Yeah, there we go.
20 feet is 80 miles.
Roughly, yeah.
So that's three
Times
times
4?
that. Yeah.
Don't beat them for you.
So 240? Wait, no.
240?
3.
Yeah, that's 3. So 180?
Yeah.
More or less.
Could that is quite the journey. Could we take our ship downriver and catch a boat and ride up to the coast?
Ship to
Yeah, I don't think that would be any faster.
ferry to Bugan and then ride to.
So
Yes,
rather than
yes, that's
like
math.
traveling.
Yes, that's math. That's correct.
If we took the river down, we could follow it to the sea and get a ship. We're going out of our way, but water travel is almost certainly faster than riding.
Depends on the boat.
Not when it's like 5 times the length.
Maybe we
So-
take the ferry to Bugan and then ride from there. Because I assume the data lines are road mutt.
Pardon?
The data lines are the road.
Yeah.
That is a
I mean-
long trip.
Bugan's only like 20 miles. It's not too bad to walk.
Yes, but we could get a ferry and be there in a few hours.
I still think going by land is going to be far
Yeah.
better.
Yes.
Well, I see that I'm outvoted, though I disagree.
In favor of the.
Because, I mean, even if you're moving 3 times as fast,
It's about the same distance to open Muffin as it was to the mountain.
yeah.
I pour myself a big cup of wine.
She seems a little upset that the Genosity Genetics program has ceased their conversation.
I
I'll
am
also take
very
some more.
glad. And I thank the girl and toss her a silver.
So,
I'm for a river trip.
I'd say we take the river to Bugen and then catch the road there, and then to Openhofen.
Well, do we all have horses?
I did.
I think we could probably get horses for all those who want horses.
Oh my god, my horse died, didn't it? It's been a great week.
Yes.
so what's the plan?
I think tomorrow we head out and make our way, and then by road with horses. I mean, really, the only issue that I have is that it's such a large trek between towns, but we should be
I'm sure
fine.
the roads are safe.
I wonder if we might find other travelers to. How do you pronounce the northern town? Roar?
Rheindorf? No,
No.
if you remember right, that towards that gone.
Yeah,
No. Roar?
Roar?
that was where we kind of
No, Roar.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about Roar.
R-O-A-R.
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if we might find other travelers to Roar in Bugen.
To what end?
Not just to travel.
Travel with?
Eh, we will be on the road for perhaps weeks.
I don't feel strongly either way on that subject.
They shall see when we get to Bugen.
How about we decide on this? Obviously, we've decided that we're going to make our way to Bugen.
Yes.
When we get to Bugen, we can decide, talk to people about what would be the best way to make our way to Open Muffin. If there is, as you say, a ferry to go all the way down the river, looking at the map here, we would at least be hitting towns along the way until we get to the coast. I mean, we can at least explore that option when we get there. But I still feel when we get there, we're going to find that the road is probably going to be our best trek.
Well, we shall see. The first step is to reach Bugan.
Yes.
Arson, I task you with getting Tempest on board with this plan.
Yes, I will.
Good.
As long as you promise to never have a conversation about how Genazis are made ever again.
Oh no, I'm for it. I want to see how far they get from the actual truth.
Fair. Also, I want to see Tempest's reaction.
Well, you all are clearly biased subjects, and therefore Joseph and I must find a neutral space to conduct our science.
And nothing to do with the conversation. Just for reference.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yep. Yep, that's what that was.
What?
That was a conversation.
Yeah.
It definitely was.
Perhaps I should consider how tieflings are made.
Curse.
Wait.
It's actually kind of similar.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps.
Only
We're
it's
not cursed.
Just when a demon and a person love each other very much.
No,
My
no, no,
understanding.
no, no. Devil.
Actually,
Devil.
I was gonna say a devil and an elk get together.
Ah!
Oh.
Clearly,
Unions.
in Union's case, it's a devil and an elk.
Yeah.
As apparently Tempest just now arrives. No context for the conversation.
Nope.
Wait a minute, actually arriving into that?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
I give the look of save me.
My parents were not an elk. Union is grumbling.
No, only one of them was.
Ta-da! Give me that wine.
Like, it's barely noon.
I am already a cup deep.
God damn it, Arson, give me the wine.
We have,
Union takes the whole pitcher.
we have two pitchers. Don't hog it.
Yes, one for me and one for the rest of you.
Slowly back out. I see no restraints holding you to your seat, sir.
If I have to suffer,
You
so
can
do
save
you.
yourself.
Nope.
You can save yourself.
Nope.
Do you really want to sit here and deal with this when we're going to your parents tonight?
Parents are dead.
You weren't
Mums.
last session. Asshole.
Oh, right. I do. At the mention of family, I take another big gulp of wine.
Arson, did you just forget you had parents?
No. They're
Did
dead.
they go out? Did someone pour water on them?
You were kind of being a dick.
You
I
just
will,
called my mother an elk.
I will, just point a finger at the wine, Union is drinking. And make it taste like,
At Union.
I will counterspell, because that could hurt me.
And me?
And the
I
rest
had
of
nothing
us.
to do with this.
Shh, don't worry about it.
No. I will look. I got this.
It cannot hurt everyone. Well, actually, okay, never mind.
Yes, it does.
Everyone's sitting at this table, all the innocent. Like,
yeah.
She throws a knife. I just counterspell a small wall of fire that it goes through and melts. Right. Press the line's gone sour.
Alright, oh, that's what you do? Alright, well, I'm going to do this. I make arson flicker.
He's not a small flame.
I make a small piece of his mohawk flicker.
No, he is not a small flame. I.e., you can't control any of his fire.
Aw.
Yeah, sorry, not setting that in stone.
No, that sounds like a bad way to get. That sounds like a bad precedent.
Yeah.
Is he sitting near a window?
There are windows in Grandma's,
How
but
close is Arson?
if you recall, Joe picked a table that was nowhere near windows and had good sight line on the door.
Right. Fair.
Right. I will get up. Take a deep breath. Put a hand on Union's shoulder. No hard feelings.
As soon as he opens his mouth, I make a cry of a raven happen.
Oh my god. I joined
Every
this one.
time. For the next hour.
That's not how that works.
No, I'm casting it a lot.
Fine, I'll just leave.
Oh my.
Blink.
Union? Stop.
Please, for the love of all that's holy.
I don't want to deck you.
Caw.
Okay, I punch Union.
No, no. God damn it.
You escaped.
Oh.
Right in the face.
Do you have Tavern Brawler or Monk levels?
No.
Then it's Strength mod twice.
That's worse.
Good to know. I don't know how to change.
Well, it would be just Strength mod, but you crit, so.
Wait, no, I thought it was 1 plus strength mod.
Brawler!
It's 1 plus strength mod, yes.
Yeah, it's 1 plus strength mod, but
Crit doubles
this
the
is
dice.
one of those weird things, when it comes to
there are no
critting. Yeah, there are no dice to double.
We will set the precedent as double strength mod.
Should be 1 plus 10? 11 damage?
No, just double strength mod for a crit.
Just. Okay, so just 10.
Oh.
I just imagine.
Ow. Oh, God, my nose.
I imagine Sarah just went bop.
It's like, no, I'm having enough of this. We have a job to do. Just bop.
Yeah, the job is fixing my broken nose. Ow.
I mean,
If only you hadn't insulted the healer.
Are you going to stop, Union?
Am I gonna stop?
Are you going to stop?
He turned my wine. I will not
Are
make
you
him sound like a raven anymore.
Okay. I will, healing hands for
Did
8.
you see what I said?
So you heal for 8, Union.
Thank you, Sarah, I think.
and then a torrent of water begins to pour over your head.
Alright, I suppose I deserve this.
So anyway, Miss Tempest, the idea is we have a job to do, and it's quite a ways away.
Okay, and
I'll let the others fill you in.
It's we are retrieving flowers from a graveyard. Am I correct in that, Joe?
we're
That
grave
pretty much
robbing.
sums it up.
No, not robbing. We're getting flowers that grow there.
So grave robbing.
No, it's
No, this is a
Grave
Don't
grave.
expect any digging.
Yeah.
grave retrieving.
No, it's picking
No.
flowers in a graveyard.
You know people plant flowers on the graves of their loved ones, right? It's still grave robbing.
No, it's the robbing of graves requires digging into a grave. We're just picking flowers from the earth.
That
There's
are
no robbing from graves.
on the graves.
I don't.
Yeah, but the
Not
grave is in
necessarily.
the ground.
Then why is it called a gravestone if the stone isn't always in the ground?
Because it marks where the grave is.
The grave is the entire of the ground that the person is buried in. Top to bottom.
The entire planet.
No, top of the grave to the bottom of the grave, so top of the earth to where the casket is. That's the entirety of the grave.
Well,
Carson,
What?
you're okay with that? Union, you're okay with this?
I trust that Joseph is doing it for a good reason.
A paladin's gonna go grave robbing.
I,
And you, Arson, should be ashamed of yourself.
I
What-
don't think
what-
it's actually grave robbing.
Yes, it's not robbing any graves.
Yes, we are not desecrating any bodies.
Didn't say you were going to desecrate a body now, did I? Said you were taking
Uh,
flowers that someone may have planted for their loved one.
We don't know that they were planted for loved ones. What if we get replacement flowers?
It's okay, so
No,
let me go
we-
down to the jeweler, steal some of his diamond rings, and give him replacement quartz. Is that the same thing?
That is assuming these have value.
Obviously, they have value if we're going to go get them.
But yes,
Yes.
but that's just assuming they are valuable because they are on the graves.
Am I the only one?
The poor girl from the crate is approaching. She heard the wine soured, so she's approaching with another pitcher like, what the fuck?
I will
No,
take
honey,
the
that
picture.
comes straight to me.
Oh,
Just sets it on the
That
table,
one's mine.
backs away.
I will toss her another silver.
Grandma's going to be so disappointed in you, Union.
if it makes you feel better, we could ask the people in the town if it was okay.
Yes, that would
Get
actually make
permission
me feel
first.
better. If we get permission and, like, a permit for this.
I mean, I don't know about a permit, but permission
Yeah.
at the very least.
Something that says, we're not doing an illegal deed.
Just because something's against the law does not mean it's just morally wrong.
I mean,
I'm
Tempkins
pretty
is
sure, I'll
going
tell you
to
what, when
stare
we get
at
to
Union.
Open Muffin, we will check the laws. I'm pretty sure there's nothing on the books that says you cannot pick flowers in a graveyard.
We will
Just ask-
figure that out when we get there.
like I said, we can get permission when we get there. I'm sure it won't be a
See,
big deal.
If we get permission, I'm fine with it. If they say no, it's illegal, I'm not touching a flower. I don't know you guys. I'm walking my ass back here.
That sounds fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose.
I may kill people for a living, but goddamn, I don't rob their graves.
Or
Again,
not grave
no
robbing.
robbing graves.
These poor people listening to us.
I imagine they scooted away when the Genasi talk started.
Or when Union got punched.
I mean, to
Or
be fair, they
downstairs.
probably scooted away when he started making raven noises every time someone talked. I healed your nose. It's fine.
Still hard.
Person, I'm just gonna say, remember when we first met them? Remember the words I said? Do you remember the words I said?
Yes, but it'll be fine. Trust
That's what
me.
you said. Have you seen what has happened so far? You have died.
I probably
very
would have
fine.
died.
Wasn't very fine.
It wasn't, but they also brought me back.
My point still stands.
It'll be fine.
You
What do
say
you
that
think,
way too
Kotark?
often.
I know.
Kotark, what's your opinion on all this?
I'll be honest, I actually kind of zoned out a little. What?
Picking flowers from off of the top of a grave. Do you have any objections?
For the record, we don't know that they grow on graves. Only that they grow in a graveyard.
I mean, the implications there.
Do we have a description
Is
of the
there?
flower?
That
That might be an important part.
I think I gave you one.
I think you did, but I don't think I wrote down anything as far as what it looked
We're
like.
just gonna go pick random fucking flowers
Although I
and
put
pray
all
they're the right
kinds of
ones.
notes about what the proper term of corpse flower and elven would been.
It's called a fucking corpse flower too. Good lord. Next thing we know,
That's
we're gonna
never
pull
been
one out of the
mentioned
ground
to
and
the
a
out of
hand's gonna be
character.
holding it. This is all out of
Out of
character.
character.
This is all out of character. It's like we're gonna pull up one of these flowers, the roots are gonna come with it, and the freaking hand's gonna be attached.
Yeah.
Well, where I'm from, we don't exactly bury our dead, so we don't have this dilemma.
Fair.
I mean, it's a good point, but still, I respect other people's beliefs and opinions of things like this.
Well, like I said, we'll get permission first.
It
It shouldn't
Sarah,
be a
I
big
am
deal.
not disagreeing with you. I am
Yes.
with you on this one. Permission? Yes.
I also think it's, if they don't want us to take the flowers, it's unusually inappropriate. More inappropriate than I'm willing to go.
See, I like Sarah more now.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome. You haven't done anything to piss me off that I can remember. You actually have a good head on you.
I try my best.
You did pretty good.
Thank you.
I was waiting for the thanks. I grew it myself.
I'm not smart enough to make a joke like that.
Aw.
So tomorrow then.
All right.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, everyone has mounts for tomorrow? Yes?
I currently do not. I've been made aware that you guys apparently have a spare mount I could possibly use.
Do we?
Yeah, we have an elk right there.
He's a little small to be carrying a person.
Yeah, we can make him work for once.
A very large horse, I was told.
Oh, that horse.
Sorry, a monster of a horse.
It's true.
Oh.
Wait. We had a little monster in the party, rest in peace, but he doesn't quite compare to this horse.
I mean, if you'd be okay with me riding it, me and Kogitar could probably double up.
Ah, yes. For the record, I did find these the description of these flowers here. So they can be found in kind of a viney area with red thorns, and we're looking for small flowers about this palm size and kind of a reddish gray in color. By the description, it doesn't sound like something someone would plant for a loved one. It sounds
You
more
never
like
know.
weed.
You never know. Can't hurt to ask permission.
We can certainly ask.
Yes, I mean, they may even pay us to get rid of them.
It's possible.
our luck, it's gonna be some freaking sacred flower that if we even touch it, will be smited down by the Raven Queen herself.
I hope not.
Yeah. Or we'll have to do something really difficult to, thank you for that information, Mutt.
Oh, sir. It was critical.
I'm aware. I saw what I rolled. You didn't have to give me that.
Oh, okay.
It was critical.
Yeah. But it's very possible we may have to do a task to get permission. Who knows? Figure it out when we get there.
You all are lazy.
But
I was dead 3 days ago.
And it's made you lazy.
Maybe.
well, the first thing to do is to inquire about passage south.
Thought we were just gonna use the horse.
Are we not getting on the boat?
Wait, why are we taking a boat?
To Bargain.
Bugging.
Oh, right, we have to go south and then we go northwest. Okay.
Yeah. I could perhaps do a little bit more research on the flowers today.
I can help you with that.
I can actually use my background ability for once.
I'm done with training today. Really don't want to run into any more elves.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Give her a look of... I understand.
I can look into the availability of a ship.
Probably a ferry would be more likely.
Dead watercraft.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. It's only about noon.
Yeah, I figured at this point, me and Tempest would probably go to my wizard library.
You have a wizard library?
I have 2 levels of wizard, sir.
Where?
I assume it's in the city, like the normal library.
There is a city library, and then the guild has a library.
Yeah. Which one do I think would be more likely?
Tempest could go to the normal one and Arson could go to the wizard.
The guild?
Guild, yep. Because I don't think... would Tempest be allowed to go? Well, no, not really. She's... Oh, wait, no, yeah, she's wizard. I'm a dummy.
She's a lizard.
I said wizard! Do you see scales?
I know what I said. Really have counterspelled that polymorph. But as far as which one would be more likely to have it, that's a hard say. There's endless tomes you have yet to peruse in either of them.
Okay. Yeah, one of us go to the city, one of us go to the guild. Then we go from there.
Anyone else have something they want to do?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Lear.
Oh, I was just saying I whispered.
Yep.
Union would definitely attune to the river ring and then make his way toward the docks.
Duly noted. Kotark, Joe?
I really don't have anything else to do. I'm pretty much ready to go. All I got to do is pick up my bear, which we will do tomorrow before leaving.
Gesture bear?
Probably.
What about the orcs?
Orcs.
I don't know.
I want to point out these orcs have now almost like 48 hours of not being maintained, so to speak. Unsupervised. There's the word I'm looking for.
Well, we
They're
haven't
orcs.
heard any
They're-
panic, so.
Yeah, they're orcs. They can be trusted. But yeah, I probably will get them too. But should be fine.
All right. So we'll start with Union at the docks.
All right. Union would. Oh, go ahead.
Hang on, I'm waiting on a confirmation. Yeah. Okay, so I'll correct that to Union and Kotark arriving at the docks. As the probably very impressed with you right now, Water Genasi follows you to the docks. It is a bustling hive of activity, as one expects from the primary area of incoming and outgoing trade. There are a multitude of urchins running rampant and doing their thing. Kotark, you actually do see the one from just the other day.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I thought that kid went to jail. And I'm like, wait, please don't go to jail.
You'd be wrong here. But more importantly, we'll check some PSs here.
Some what?
Nothing. Okay. So you begin making your way deeper into the docks, heading towards where you believe you might be able to requisition a barge. Kodark, you will note that small child did sort of blitz past the two of you.
Oh, like, I technically don't have anything to take, but I'll check them.
Instinctively pat yourself down and notice no change. And I would assume it is not so discreet that Union, you would not notice or would not go without noticing the sudden pat down Kotark is giving himself.
Do you fear thieves?
I mean, it doesn't hurt to check.
Fair point. Union will also pat himself down.
Hey, Union, your coin purse is gone.
What? Thief! Do I still have belt?
this was after walking for a little bit, but you look about and you see plenty of urchins and potential ne'er-do-wells.
Well, Kotak, all of my money is gone.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that live here.
He's like a little toddler.
Well,
I'm sorry.
let's start arresting them.
Are you an officer here?
Not yet. But yeah, I am Coin Man. No, I'm not an officer of the law. But I need money. Did you spot the one that took my money?
I mean, it could be any of them, really. But I may know which.
Everyone's a suspect.
A guard is approaching you as you have yelled out thief quite loudly.
Guardsman, my coins have been pilfered.
Okay.
Resent that.
Just, it's the only picture I could think of.
I saw it more like with actual pout than like. But coin's gone, huh? You had to run in with one of the wee ones.
I believe it was a child, yes.
Oh, bugger. You get a description.
Go talk.
I don't appreciate how much you're relying on this here, but I'll give the description of the suspected.
The small girl that you had ran into the other day.
Yeah.
I say other day. Yeah, literally yesterday. Alright, write it down. Please go ahead and like has a little notepad, which you'll see he's getting to the point where it's at the end of like his stack of like fileable reports. Go ahead and sign here, please. We'll do our best, but as you can see, there's so many of us, and they seem to pop up like rabbits.
Union side. Can we get traps? Can we lure them out with sweets?
The man stares at you.
You know those glue traps that people use to trap bugs?
Mic off.
Stares in further concern.
I'm staring as well.
I'll take it up with my supervisors, but I do recommend coming down, particularly by the docks, that you secure your goods, particularly looking compliments meant as well-to-do as you do.
I appreciate that. Maybe giant cages with sweets in the middle.
I think that'd only work on you.
Well, perhaps, but I'm trying to get in the mind of the urchins.
He's just holding
not
out
even
ready
sure.
for you to sign it. Just like, please release me from this.
Yes, well, thank you, officer. Yes, very well. Union signs.
He immediately goes over, starts talking to one of the other guards, and kind of gesturing at the various kids. And you see him making like a box motion Yeah, and it's like, yeah, no, crazy, right? Both their heads turn towards you.
Kerchak, I think I'm being arrested.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I've done nothing wrong. I'm the victim here.
Alright.
Mic off.
Well, you described
Mic
this
off.
one child. I will look for her. You see about getting us a boat.
I'm afraid that's not something I can really do.
Yes, you just go to the man, say, hello, sir, I need a boat. I will be back later to see what you've done.
Mic
You didn't
off.
depart in search of urchins.
Link
Give me a perception
established.
check.
Mic off.
Yes.
Oh, how appropriate. You do not find a urchin as the time frame allows. Child, did you steal my money? It took a few moments for give the description to the guard to confirm it and sort of get an idea of it in your head. You start looking around, and you realize that sitting up on roofs, tucked at the corner of alleys, a few kind of sitting on the main log leading towards the piers, and a lot of them are watching with an attempted subtle stare, but you have a lot of eyes of the urchins upon you, as well as a few of the older, shady individuals.
Right. Union will approach one of them, walking up as casually as he can, not trying to be not threatening.
Pier, alley, or one sitting on a roof?
Alley.
Alley. Okay. At about 30 feet up and like a rabbit, shoom, down the alley.
Wait. All right. They probably can't swim. I'll go to the pier.
As you turn to walk away, you can feel a small body press against you for a brief moment.
I attempt to grab them.
Roll athletics for me, please. Okay. Now, just so we're aware of, he's manhandling a child. Who has no chance of escape.
Not so fast.
It is this small, thin, malnourished lad, probably 7 years old. Um, and you look over. It's oh, ow! He's hurting me! He's hurting
No,
me!
I'm not.
And several gentlemen you can see out of your periphery are standing up from where they were resting by the docks and starting to make their way towards you.
He's lying. Look, I've just got his wrist. They just stole my money. I'm not touching him. Well, that's not true. But I'm not hurting him. They just pilfered my coin.
This gruff man, heavy oil-stained shirt or grease-stained, wrangled, nasty beard and a busted-up nose. Stole your money, did he?
One of them did, yes, one of his kind, I think.
Sir, I don't know what he's talking about. It hurts. It hurts.
I'm not. I'll be quiet. I'm not even hurting you.
I don't know. It looks like to me this man came in here and is scooping up children. I should call the guards.
Yes, I've just spoken with the guards.
He smiles. And you realize when he looks over, he doesn't look at the two guards or the little guards that you were speaking to, but two that are over there that were playing cards with him.
I was recently robbed, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Now, gentlemen, I'm not hurting this child. I simply want to ask him questions.
Ow!
Oh my God! By the thunder!
He is now like trying to claw his way free.
Stop it!
Yes, because that works. I don't know, sir. I think you need to let that little fellow go. I can see a bruise forming.
There's no bruise.
You look and yeah, there is.
Oh, well, I did,
Ow!
Okay.
I think my phone's about to break.
Okay, here. Union just sort of lets the boy go with a small little shove. Just get away from me.
He makes a full show in front of everyone, including the good guards, as far as
What? No, I didn't touch him. I didn't touch him.
Fire.
I didn't touch. Red card. Look at that. He's faking it.
Roll persuasion.
Red card.
Please crit fail. Please crit fail.
So 4 guards begin approaching this scene
Oh.
and asking what's going on. As you're trying to justify your actions, all they see is this writhing child holding a blackened spot on his tiny, malnourished, and withered little frame. And the 2 gentlemen saying, "Yeah, we were over there playing some cards, minding our own business, and we just saw this man start just wrangling this child."
I was robbed. I am trying to conduct an investigation.
It is one of the guard that approached you earlier. Like, sir, I understand that you may be feeling a little upset as to your situation. That is no justification for assault. Sir, I'm going to need you to calm down.
All right. I'm fine.
Oh, no. He can't just calm down and be okay. He assaulted this child. I want to see him in irons.
This child tried to steal from me.
I just tripped. It hurts. One of the guards that was from the card playing table leans over and tends to the child. Mr. I think it was Union, was it?
I am Union.
I'm afraid I got to work off what I see here. I'm going to need to bring you in.
You're arresting me?
Until we can sort out charges.
Charges?
Yes, sir. I'm afraid there is a injured child here, and
an injured child.
The guard looks up and nods. He's like, "Yeah, I think it's broken."
I think that's a 100-year-old gnome.
Sir,
that's still a childhood gnome.
My composure just gone.
Claiming to be a child, he's faking it. He's faking being a child.
He's faking a broken arm.
I'm going to need you to calm down. Now,
I am
you
calm.
can come with me complacently and attest your charges before the Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor. I need to leave tomorrow.
Sir, a man has placed charges upon you of a
Yes, a
witness
man,
assault.
because he's no child.
He's gesturing at the grease stain. The boy is writhing in agony.
So, yeah, bugbear.
Sir, if you resist, I will unfortunately have to apply force. So it is within your good graces that I ask you place your hands here in these irons and follow me.
Are the irons really necessary, officer? I am not resisting.
Mic off.
I pose no threat to anyone.
Mic off.
Sir, I must.
Leave alone demonic mimic children.
There is an injured child, and your charge is assault. I'm afraid. I must insist. Believe me, we won't get to the bottom of this, but we're going to get you out of this situation.
You know, there would have been a time when a lot of people would have paid a lot of money to put me in irons. Never thought I'd be in irons over this. He just mutters and puts his hands in the handcuffs.
As soon as it clicks, he's staring. He's like, "Do you have warrants?"
Not here.
Fade to black.
Yeah.
Fade to black.
Oh my god. That was the perfect answer.
Oh. I hate all of you so much.
What?
You all know what you did.
What?
Dude, nothing. I am perfectly innocent.
So am I.
You know what you did, Don.
Assault. A child.
Broke his arm.
I didn't break anyone's arm.
If only you could heal.
He wouldn't want my healing.
Doesn't matter.
I have no broken arm.
Oh. So yeah,
Are you happy with this session?
Genasi genetics.
Yeah. By the way, Don, the answer is genies.
Yep, the answer is genies.
Is that what they've come up with now?
Yeah, that's what's in the PHP. What's in the book. That's how they get the elemental.
Genies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because it used to be that it was like a burst of how should I put that? A burst of elemental energy.
Yeah.
That happens to hit a humanoid.
That sounds like a lot of magic spells that could go very wrong suddenly.
Well, usually it's on the elemental plane as well.
Yeah.
Like a surge of elemental energy that
from the plane that
uses a humanoid.
From what I read when I first made Tempest, it was the original Genasi was a genie and a human. And then